What's good? This is Trey. Welcome to this presentation. This is how to overcome your fear of being rejected by women in 45 days or your money back. So basically what I'm saying today is I have a system that is proven to help you overcome your fear of rejection when it comes to women, when it comes to approaching women, talking to women, and how to do this in a short period of time. So in the next 45 days, right? And I'm gonna basically go over the formula that I've created that basically any man can apply. And as long as you actually apply it, right? So if you do, if you kind of just daddle or like kind of just doubt the process or whatever, it's not gonna work. Of course not. But if you actually apply it, right, things happen very quickly. But I'm gonna break it down for you. So the formula goes like this. The first part is we as men applying our intelligence to this topic of overcoming the fear of rejection. Rejection, right? We need to understand that rejection, meaning someone saying no to an offer, is simply a part of life. You cannot get away from rejection. No matter what anybody tells you, rejection is a part of life. You can't get away from it. The only way you can get away from rejection is by not living. So basically by sitting in the sidelines, right? Hiding, just being complacent, like not experiencing life. That's the only way. And even then, life will still find a way to reject you somehow, okay? So the point we need to get to is we need to stop getting emotional and being weird about this subject. Like the reality is everyone gets rejected. The most beautiful woman gets rejected. The most handsome man gets rejected. Everyone gets rejected. It's just that nobody goes around announcing it. Like I'm not gonna go around, hey everybody, I get rejected. Like I'll tell you that in this video, but it's not like every time I get rejected, I go and announce it to the world. No. So that's the thing. Like people are not going around announcing they're getting rejected, but they are. It's happening. It's a part of life. There's no way around it. So the fear of rejection, we need to look at it with intelligence. This is a part of life, and we need to accept that. Instead of saying, how do I not get rejected and stupid shit like that? No, let us accept this part of life, but let us be strong enough as men to handle this. Okay, so the first part is applying our intelligence, okay, and understanding and accepting this. The second part is to see the humor and the joke of letting the fear of rejection stop you from meeting women, stop you from becoming the best version of yourself, stop you from creating opportunities, stop you from having great experiences, stop you from, moving forward in life. Like, let's look at it. First of all, we need to understand that in order to get success or get a yes, you have to go through no's. That is literally, it's a given, okay? You have to go through no's to get to the yes. And so if you are not getting no's, you're not going to get to the yes unless you're sitting around hoping to get lucky, right? If you actually are being proactive and you actually want to get results by applying yourself, you have to go towards the no's until you get to the yes, okay? So the humor is basically in someone like not, someone taking it so seriously. Like if someone says no, your whole life is on the line, or your whole self-worth is on the line, or your self-esteem is on the line. It's not. It's a joke. Someone can say no to you without even knowing, the value you have. Like you can have $10 million and you could go up to 10 people and say, hey man, you want $10 million? And some of these people will be like, no man, get out my face, right? And you might actually have the $10 million, but they're rejecting you because, they haven't seen enough information. They haven't, they don't know if you're real. They don't know if you're full of shit, whatever. So it's the same thing when you approach a woman. Sometimes she will reject you. She's not rejecting you. She's rejecting the moment, the information she's been given in the moment. It's not that serious. Like you're giving her a short period of time to basically judge you. And she's just judging off of that. And she's going off of how she feels, what happened in her day, right? It's not like she has the full context. She doesn't know your personality. She doesn't know your life. She doesn't know what you're about, right? So when someone rejects you, they can't truly reject you because they don't know you. Like it takes many years to get to know someone. And even then, you still don't know that person. So this idea of getting rejection is not even legit. They're just rejecting the moment, They're rejecting the idea of the information they've been presented. You are not getting rejected. You are just experiencing this part of life called rejection, but you are not getting rejected, right? The only way you can get rejected is if you say you are the moment, or you are that information that has been given. You are much bigger than that. You are much greater than that. Okay? Like you can, every single moment you're evolving, you're changing, so you are not that moment. A lot of people identify with their past. You are not your past. The second the past is over, you are not that. You experience the past, but you are not the past, right? So we need to understand this whole idea of getting rejected. It's a joke, man. Like someone can reject you and not even get the right, have all the information yet. Like, like people will say no to something that they need, right? Because they don't know that they need it, right? So just seeing the joke in that, the person's actually rejecting themselves, right? When someone rejects you, sometimes they're actually rejecting themselves because maybe they don't feel like they deserve whatever you're offering. Or maybe they can't afford it. Maybe they don't have the proper exchange. Or maybe they feel like if they accept it, they'll get rejected later, so they might as well reject it now. Like and I've done this myself, sometimes we will reject someone, not because we don't like them, but because we're afraid they may reject us later when they really get to know us or whatever. So instead, we reject it. We reject them first before they can reject us. Right? This whole rejection thing is just one big joke, man. We just need to stop taking it so seriously. Just laugh at it, man. This is the place I've gotten to. As I say in some of my videos, I use the character the Joker. The Joker, he just thinks everything is a joke. Now he takes it to an extreme and he does evil shit, but I don't take it to that extreme. I just use that philosophy as, man, there's a lot of things that we're taking super seriously that don't need to be taken that seriously. Like, even when you think about a rejection, when it happens, it's just, okay, the person says no and life goes on, right? You have to move forward. You can't live in that rejection. Somebody said no and your whole life is ruined. And I love to use the example of kids. Kids don't take rejection seriously. Somebody says no and they'll just ask again. Like if they ask their mom for some candy or whatever and mom says no, they're going to ask again and ask again, ask again. Rejection ain't shit to them. But to us, somebody says no, and oh my goodness, they said no, oh my goodness, I have no self-worth or I have no self-esteem. That's incorrect. That's wrong, right? This rejection is just like a part of life. It's just like breathing. It should be. To me, it should be. We should be experiencing rejection. It's healthy, right? It humbles us. It lets us know, look, I'm not for everybody. Okay, not everybody's going to want what I have, but there are some people who want what I have, and in order to find those people, I have to get through the nose. And the great successful people get this, and they have accepted it. But as I said, they don't go around saying, hey, I get rejected left and right or whatever, because that's not sexy. That's not cool to say that. But a lot of these guys, they're taking L's, they're taking losses, but they also take some big W's. They also have some great wins. Like when you go out and approach women, you may go out and approach 10 women and let's say 7 or 6 of them reject you or say no. But if the rest say yes, and those are beautiful, attractive women, was it worth it? To me, it was worth it. To me, it's worth it to get the no's if I'm going to get the yes, versus me not getting no no's and me not getting any yeses either, me just getting nothing, right? I would rather go and get some no's. And when the girl says no, I just laugh. Like literally sometimes when they say no, I laugh. Cause I'm like, man, I literally feel like, man, you're missing out, right? And you can take on this frame, right? But it's practice. It takes time to build this up. But the point is, we want to get to this place where we stop taking rejection so seriously. We see it as a joke, or even just seeing it as no big deal, like drinking water, like laughing, like breathing air. But the only way you can get to this place is by doing it consistently, right? Things that become normalized and become no big deal are things that we experience consistently. Most people, they're hiding from rejection all the time, and then when it happens, it's like this big event. You don't want to be like that. I'm telling you, successful people, they're getting rejected every single day. They hear the word no every single day because they're putting something out there. They're putting an offer out there. You know what I mean? They're putting their energy out, And if you have a message and it's a specific message or a specific offer or unique offer, it's going to be unique. And so that means it's not going to be for everyone. It's going to be for a specific type of person. So when it comes to approaching women, you are a unique individual. You're not going to attract every single woman, right? But there are certain women out there who you will attract. But in order to get to those women, you have to go through the nose. They are, you know, there's this saying, you got to kiss some frogs to find the prince or find the princess or whatever. That's true. You have to go through the nose to get to the yeses. As simple as that. And so learning how to have a lighthearted spirit about it, not taking it so seriously, not putting your self-worth on the line, understanding they can't reject you. They're just rejecting that moment, the information they were presented with in that moment. Maybe if they would have been given some different kind of information or things have been communicated a different way, they would have responded differently. But even then, who gives a shit? You know, you're just trying to get through the nose to get to your yes, right? And so you can just have fun with it, okay? And the third part is now that we have the intelligence behind, okay, if rejection's a part of life, you can't run away from it. The second part is it's not that serious, right? We can just see it as a part of life and not take it that serious, see it as a joke, laugh at it, have fun with it, play with it. The third part is now actually going and experiencing it. However, we do it in a smart way. Exposure therapy and desensitizing ourselves and experiencing this rejection, and essentially when you get rejected, like what it is like you experience some form of tension, right? Because it's like, okay, it's like no, all right? And there's like an energy that comes with that, like, okay, you know, it's like a push energy, and then it stops the flow of energy. And so you're like, okay, you're like, damn, okay, whatever. But the more you deal with that kind of energy, the more you get used to it, right? This is a game of energy. This whole life is just a game of energy, learning how to deal with different types of energy. Rejection is a type of energy. It's like think of it this way. It's like you're putting out energy, and then when someone says no, they block the energy, and then it comes back to you and you feel it, okay? But what most people will do is they feel that, and then they're not used to that energy, so they run away from it. They don't want to feel it again. Now you want to be the type of man that you can feel that energy and learn how to embrace it. Learn how to, as I said, learn how to laugh at it. Learn how to, just be okay with it, accept it, right? Because that's going to give you your power. Now you are no longer a man of running away from rejection. You're the man who welcomes it. Why? Because you have the intelligence behind it. You know, I have to get through these rejections to get to the yes. That's a part of life. You also see it in a humorous way. You understand no one can truly reject you because there's so much to you that it's impossible for someone to reject you. They're just rejecting what they see in the moment because they're given limited information, right? If I just come to you and let's say you never met me ever in my life, and I went up to you and I said, hey man, I got a program that can help you get some women and it's $10,000. What you think? Right? You're probably gonna say no because it's like all I did was just walk up to you, a random guy that you don't know, and I'm telling you to join my program and it's $10,000. It's a huge investment, and I've given you no information. So you'll reject that. But are you rejecting me or are you rejecting the information I just gave you or the offer? Right? It's limited offer. Now, if I came up to you and I said, hey man, look, I know you don't know who I am. But basically, I'm a dating coach. I help men with their confidence. I help them approach and pick up women and basically handle their dating life. And right now, I'm doing a free coaching session where I'm going to help you overcome your fear of rejection and also give you some tips on how you can boost your confidence. So I just want to see if you'd be interested in something like that. Now, see, that's a whole different offer. That's different information. You might say yes to that. I'm pretty sure you'd have there's a much higher chance you say yes to that than the first one. But it's the same person. I'm the one who's saying both of those things. It's just different information. It's a different offer. It's different communication. So you see, you're not rejecting or saying yes to me. You're rejecting or saying yes to the information I gave you, to the offer. And so my self-worth, I don't attach my self-worth to that because that's not me. That's me just putting out some energy, okay? Or that's me just articulating something. That's me just putting out some information, right? So once you get this understanding and you apply yourself consistently, so I have a 45-day program where I basically expose you to rejection, okay? You get exposed to rejection, but you get exposed to it in small doses that you can handle on a consistent basis. And what happens is you get desensitized and you learn how to handle rejection. Another way to put it is you learn how to handle tension, right? Tension is basically this energy that you feel that is, you know, it's kind of like nervousness or a form of anxiety, right? But the more you deal with it, the better you learn how to handle it, and you can relax more. And you can learn to even enjoy it. If it starts to feel good, it starts to maybe even turn into excitement, right? And the better you get at that, right, the better your communication will be, right? You'll come across differently when you speak, when you communicate, when you say things, because a person can tell, man, this person is not being reactive. This person is not being affected by what I'm saying. This person probably has some value, right? You know, he probably knows what he's talking about. He's probably been there, done that. Okay, and this quality is very attractive to women. If she says something to you and you don't react, you stay grounded and poised, that's gonna turn her on, because you're demonstrating to her that you can handle energy. You can handle that feminine energy that she's throwing at you. Okay, and that's basically what's going on here. The male and female dynamic. The male shows up to basically say, hey, you know, I can come into your life and make your life better because I can handle your energy. That's basically what that is. Now, she's going to test you to see, right? In that first interaction, she's going to test you to see if you can handle her energy. If you can't, then you can't be her man. And so we as men, we need to get good at handling energy, or in other words, handling tension, or another way to put it, handling rejection, handling social pressure, handling, you know what I mean? These are different elements of life, but it's the tension that comes with these different things. The tension of being judged, the tension of being rejected, the tension of being in different social situations. The better you get at handling that, the more attractive you become, the more grounded you become, the more confident you become. And women take notice. They will notice that, okay? But it requires you to decide to handle this shit. You know, you can't just like sit around and hope that you all of a sudden you become confident and you overcome your fear. No, you actually have to apply yourself. So I created a 45-day program where you don't have to do any guesswork. I'll just tell you, hey, here's what you do. You want to overcome your fear of rejection. You want to overcome your fear of approaching women. You want to become grounded in your masculinity, confident, and able to communicate authentically to women. Just follow the program. 45 days. At the end of 45 days, you're going to develop what I call unbreakable confidence, right? And you'll be grounded in your masculinity, right? You'll no longer be reactive and fear of rejection, and you can't approach a woman and nervous and shy and all that stuff goes away, because you will be applying yourself consistently. You'll be applying your intelligence. You're learning how to apply humor to these different things that we've been told are. We've been programmed to think that rejection, all this shit is supposed to be the serious ass thing. No, it's a joke. Okay. And then the third part is just desensitizing yourself. So now you need to get familiar with that kind of tension, that kind of energy on a consistent basis. All right. So if you'd like to overcome your fear of rejection, if you'd like to develop unbreakable confidence, if you'd like to become a beast when it comes to attracting women and when it comes to just handling your life, join the Unbreakable Beast Tribe. I'll leave a link to the group in the comment section. I'll see you inside. Peace.